the holiday weekend is a good time to catch up with family, so we thought we'd check in with one of my relatives who just happens to be a Sunday show favorite. Joining me now to tell me how she sees it, Gloria Avin-Kindred, better known as my Aunt Gloria. Aunt Gloria, great to see you. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
John. Yes, I did. I hope you did.
I did. You make anything?
No.
Did you make? No. That's all right. That's all right. All right.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, well, thanks for coming back. This is the first time we've had a chance to talk since the midterms. Okay, so what's your reaction to the results of the midterm elections, including Cheri Beasley in your own state of North Carolina losing to Ted Budd?
Oh, I'm disappointed, but she will be back. She will be back. She has a strong commitment. She had people out there working every day and every night. I was sorry we didn't win everything, but I'm so happy that we didn't lose everything. You know, it shows that the country is still maybe divided, but it's not that divided. And it made me proud to think that, you know, yes, we have a long ways to go, but the country is not that divided as it was.
But the country is not as divided as it was, but that hasn't stopped Donald Trump from officially announcing another bid for the White House. Do you think he'll get the nomination? And if he doesn't, should President Biden still run?
I think he's going to run, but I think he's going to be beaten by DeSantis. And that opens up a whole new avenue for President Biden, because even if Trump runs as a third party, that splits the Republicans. And I think that gives the President Biden more options. You know, I think now that we all feel that he has to run if Trump is the elected Republican. But if he's not, then there's more options out there for the president. And I love him. I like to have him to have the options of deciding whether he wants to run or whether he has to run. And I think this is going to turn.
No, sorry, Aunt Gloria. I'm always stepping on you while you're talking. I mean, you know, you have actually talked to the president. When I interviewed him, he called you. Didn't he sound like a man who was running?
He did. But I don't want him to feel pressured to run.
I see.
Right now, I think we all feel he has to run if Trump is the nominee. And I enjoyed talking to him. He's a wonderful man. He does not sound like an 81-year-old man. He's very energetic. I think he's waited a lifetime for this opportunity, and there's a lot of things he wants to get done. But I want him to be able to decide, not the Democrats or anyone else. And that's why it's so important that if Trump loses and DeSantis win, I think there's a lot more options that the president can look at. You know, he doesn't have to. And I think that's where we would like to be at. He doesn't have to. I think he's a wonderful person, and I definitely support him if he runs.
Well, I just want to let you. Right, and I just want to let you. I just want to let you know you made quite an impression on the president. He told me to. He asked me to send you his best in a follow-up correspondence. So I'll just let you know that. The election season is not quite over yet. We still have the Georgia Senate runoff between Senator Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker. I kind of get the feeling that you want Senator Warnock to win, but I would love to know your thoughts about Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker is not qualified to run. You know, running a football does not make you, I guess, a political person. Even running a TV show does not make you qualified to
Wait, what you trying to say?
People need to wake up. Just because you're in the movies, you look great and everything, or you're on TV, does not make you qualified. I'm on TV now, but I'm not qualified. That's been real. I think they would do everything in their power to get Herschel Walker to win. But the sad thing is, he's not qualified. You know, if you want to start off running for office, start at the bottom and work your way up. You know, I don't think he understands the politics or anything or what he's supposed to do. He's just going to be ahead. Somebody tells him what to do every day. We don't need that. You know,
Hey,
and we don't need what?
Yeah, I think I'm going to finish your thought. We don't need that in the United States Senate. One more thing before I let you go, or actually before we run out of time. This is how it gets. We get to talking, and then the clock runs out. But your reaction to the news that Donald Trump had dinner not just with Kanye West, which is already problematic, but with a white nationalist. Come on.
That is like the Three Stooges. That's all it is. You know, it's crazy. And I can go back and watch the Three Stooges if I want to do that. But they were not qualified for anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, Aunt Gloria.
I want to thank everyone for supporting me.
Wait, say that again?
I want to thank everyone for supporting me and being kind and wishing me their best. I wish everyone the best.